Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. For today's World Cup Round 2 predictions, the Superbru did not operate for me, unfortunately, last week. To be honest, I didn't go big enough. I think that was my problem. I did not go big enough. Was too cautious, I think, with my predictions. I've got to try and up those odds. My fantasy actually didn't go too badly. I'm sitting like almost 200 out of almost 300 in the predictor, but the fantasy on the other hand sitting 36th out of almost 200, so clearly a better fantasy player than I am a score predictor. But to be fair, I did tell people last week during my show, don't back me when it comes to Superbru. So this weekend we need a big weekend. We need to come back. We need to come back strong. And I think you're going to need to go big. So this is a pre-recorded video. I would like to be doing this as a live show. But unfortunately, when this video goes out, I'll probably be on my way to the airport. And as a result, let's not try and do a live show in the car, shall we? So this is going to be throwing out my predictions and stuff like that. Next week, we'll hopefully be doing a live show. I'll try and do it in some cool place, for example. But until then, you'll have to settle for a pre-record. But these are just my picks. And I want you to know what your guys' picks are. So if you haven't already, go and join our Superbru. Link in the description, and go and join over there, and let me know what your guys' picks are. So yeah, basically we're going to go through the 8 games of the weekend, which you're going to be able to see over there, starting with France versus Uruguay. And again, I'm going to go big this time. So for example, I'm going to go France here by like 40, for example. And I'm not even going to be ashamed about it. I'm going to go France by 40. It could actually be more. We saw Ireland beat Romania by like 80 almost. So I'm going to go big here. So in fact, I'm actually going to France by 45. I get myself into those margins. That was the problem. I called most of the results. I don't think I called a Fiji win. So I think I was right there. I called an Argentina win. So I think that was kind of, and I called a Georgia being very close to Australia. So I wasn't getting a lot of the games wrong. Just the margins were the issue. So for that reason, similar to New Zealand, I'm going to put New Zealand by 60, to be honest. It sounds very harsh on the poor Namibians, but I think that New Zealand are going to respond. They're now 2 losses on the trot. I think they're going to have a lot to prove this weekend. And so unfortunately, I think Namibia are going to be at the receiving end of quite a big backlash. Things like Samoa versus Chile are difficult because, first of all, we haven't seen Samoa play in the World Cup. Chile, I thought, were quite spirited, actually. I thought that Chile, gave a reasonably good account of themselves. And it's difficult because when your first World Cup game, you're always going to be able to pick yourself up, aren't you? You're going to be ready. You're going to be wanting to make a difference. The question is, how can you keep that up? Can you keep that sort of momentum, that sort of hype going into a game, which on paper should be more comfortable? Though, I mean, Japan have not been great the last few months, and Samoa are a good side. So, I mean, Samoa are really highly ranked. So I'm going to go Samoa by 25. Because I think that Samoa want to hit. I think they'll be a bit sloppy coming into the tournament now, and I think Chile just might not be able to be as competitive. But maybe Chile score some tries. So I'm actually going to go Samoa by 28. Wales versus Portugal. I see this being pretty big, to be honest. I think Wales have named a very good side. Also, this is a problem, by the way, because we've got no idea what these sides are going to be named. But I think Wales beat Fiji last week, which I think will give them a lot of confidence. I think Portugal are one of the lower-ranked sides in the competition. So I'm going to go Wales by 40. Ireland versus Tonga. Again, we're not quite sure what to expect from Tonga. They could be competitive, but I think Ireland are going to be a class in themselves. So I'm going to go Ireland by 30. I'm going big results here. I'm just going to go big. South Africa versus Romania. How big do we go is the question. And I'm sitting here at the 70 margin. I think we're going to score a lot of tries. In fact, I'm actually going to go 65. It'll be a little bit thing. I'm going to go 65. We'll see how we go. It is a bit of an experimental team, but I do think it's a team that I see lots of tries being scored. I see lots of points out there. So I'll go by 65. Australia versus Fiji. This should be a bit closer. So I'm going to go Australia. And I think it's going to be Australia by 10. That's my more cautious one. I think Australia looked pretty good against Georgia. Yes, Fiji's a whole different kettle of fish. So I do think this will be a closer game. But I think that Australia took a step forward. And I think Eddie Jones, he operates in World Cups. That's what he knows how to do. Everybody will then say, "Oh, what's he won and stuff?" But he's a good World Cup coach. He is, and you can try and deny it, but he is. He's got the record. He's produced big results with teams over the years. He was 1 game away from winning the World Cup with England. He's beaten the Springboks with Japan. He comes up with plans during World Cups. And then the final game of the weekend is England versus Japan. I don't think England are going to run away with this. I think they will win. but I'm going to go England by 18, which is still a pretty big result. In fact, I'm actually going to England by 15. I'd like to see the Brave Blossoms be a bit braver. Let me go back to my 18. So yeah, that's what I'm going with. I think England will win. I was impressed with England because they went down to a man down and played very well. But I also didn't see a lot in that England performance, which sort of says they're going to score tries for fun. I do think Argentina defense is much better than Japan, and I do think England will beat them. 18 points is quite a long margin, to be fair. So maybe no, I just don't really rate the Japanese side, which is hard considering that they're sitting on top of Group 5, where they beat Chile, who are playing their first ever World Cup. So those are what my picks are. So in summary, we have got France by 45, New Zealand by 60, Samoa by 28, Wales by 40, Ireland by 30, South Africa by 65, Australia by 10, and England by 18. Those are my picks are. Let me know what yours are down in the comments below. Smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven, and I'll chat to you soon.